Well, hello my beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your monthly reading for October. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to let you know, October is going to be a pretty wild ride in terms of planetary alignments and occurrences. We have not one, but 2 eclipses that will affect the order of the energy this month. We have a solar eclipse, which is often referred to as the Ring of Fire. It occurs on the 14th of October, and it will be visible for most to see in the Western Hemisphere. For some, it will appear as a partial eclipse, but for others, you'll get the full display. Eclipses are often noted for affecting our mood and our behaviors. You may feel more sensitive than usual. You may feel like your sleeping patterns are off, or just that something is off in general. It's generally a perfect time to withdraw, recharge your batteries, and reflect on your life path, and make major decisions to shake life up a little bit. Even spiders are known to dismantle their web during a solar eclipse and rebuild it once it passes. So the energy tends to affect us all to some degree. Now, eclipses, they act as portals, avenues that we can take in life. So if you're not happy in some area, it is actually a perfect time to make some changes. Eclipses, they only really become difficult to deal with when we resist those changes that we know deep down we are meant to make in order to move forward. On the 28th of October, we have a partial lunar eclipse, which offers life-changing energy to usher in any of the decisions that you made during the eclipse on the 14th of October, so that you can evolve or you can change your life in some way for the positive. Eclipses actually have a bad rap, really, when it comes to energy. People tend to think that they are negative, but they can influence us in positive ways. They can remind us to be flexible and be ready for that one constant factor in life, which is change. Now, Pluto, the heavyweight planet of truth, goes direct this month on the 10th of October, so you will witness many exposés. You know, every sign is getting a tower this month. Really weird. So perhaps there's something on a global scale that will shock us all that comes on in. I hope not, of course, but let's tap into the energy and see what's going on there. Now, because just to let you know, when we also get an eclipse there, it can mean that there are some sort of abrupt changes, reversals, or U-turns that can make life a little bit difficult. But I am feeling a positive energy that's coming for the collective on one of these eclipses as well, okay? Now, Pluto, as I was mentioning, it is the planet of truth. It goes direct on the 10th of October, so you will witness some exposés. Now, this could be on a personal level or on a global scale. Revelations of alternative agendas can bring uncomfortable truths. And Pluto tends to bring our attention to any undercurrent in order to elevate us towards awakening closer to the light, okay? Now, personally, anything that has been holding you back or hindering your path is automatically left behind as you emerge a brand new you with renewed energy. And it's also a final push to detoxify and declutter your life. It all takes place in the sign of Capricorn, which influences money, rules, regulations, and policies. So you may see major changes and power struggles in those sectors throughout the world in the coming months. Ultimately, it is a perfect time to check in with and secure your finances, like download a monthly statement as proof of your coins should there be any gremlins in the system. It's also a perfect time to have confidence in your natural talents and abilities to launch any new ideas, entrepreneurialships, or side hustles to become financially independent. Now, in terms of love, the new moon is in Libra, so it is actually a very positive time, especially if you're in a relationship. Any pressures start to dissipate. It resets your love life to get back on track and remember why you fell in love with each other in the first place. And of course, if you're looking for love, Pluto actually helps in this area as it's in the third house of communication. A perfect chance to put yourself in a position to meet someone new. Now, overall, it is a month of change. I'm not going to lie to you, especially since we have so many cards popping out for the collective that indicates major change. But it is a perfect chance for you to evolve in your personal circumstances. And the month actually closes with the veil between worlds being the thinnest on Halloween or Samhain to those who celebrate. It's a time to rejoice in the cycle of life. And in most cases, it brings people together and the community to rise. Spiritually, you'll feel more called to align yourself and make a deeper connection with your higher self. And your 11th house of your hopes and wishes is influencing you at the beginning of the month as well. So your manifestation skills are really stronger than usual. Set an intention this month and watch the universe deliver it. Whether it's a person or a circumstance into your life, the universe wants to help you. Some of you may feel more sociable than usual this month. You may have a desire to connect to social circles or get out there and have fun or even network for business if you are in a business. Also, the internet works really well for you when your 11th house is governing you. Now, this can help you run a business or set something up online, but ultimately it's about this far-reaching energy. So some of you may even open yourself up to meeting new people online, you know, having a pen pal or just having some sort of discourse and dialogue with a group of people. So that is a potential as well. And of course, your 6th house, it comes into play at the end of the month, and that's all about your daily routines and schedules. So you may be focusing on like your work if you're in a current working circumstance, or paying your bills, savings plans, budgets, mortgage repayment plans, all your responsibilities and tasks, really. This house, it may feel a little bit dull, like nothing's really happening, but actually it's really important to keep life running smoothly. Also, you'll be focused a little bit more on your health, and you may restart any like diet plans or exercise plans, or even look at your sleeping patterns just to make sure that you're running on optimum best. Now, I can see from your chart that you're going to be very goal oriented this month. You're going to be very busy, okay, in the best possible way, and you're actually going to be recognized for your efforts. I definitely see that you are appreciated this month, not just in a working environment, but also in terms of your family and friendship set. And I feel that you are breaking through some of the difficulties that perhaps you've been experiencing recently. Some of you may even feel compelled to travel this month, but I'm going to go deeper on your Celtic cross to see what's going on there as well. Also, some of you may feel compelled to take up a course of learning this month. You may feel that there's something that you've been yearning to learn, and I see you putting yourself on that course of learning, and it's going to be very valuable for you long term. We've got the sun. I'm loving it. I mean, your cards are incredible, and I don't say this lightly, actually, because your overarching energy, you know, there's 3 piles, and your final card is the sun. And then even in your Celtic cross, your last card is the sun. So I definitely see that the month of October lands on a very positive note for you, and there's a lot of exciting things to look forward to. So let's dive in and see what's going on there. The first quarter, okay, this is your first card there, and it says here, challenges, time for action, breakthrough, old blocks and patterns, pushing through and stopping at nothing, doing the work and gathering momentum. So I definitely see that you have been very, very busy, and there has been a bit of a struggle. Now, this could be a struggle with time. You may feel that you've never had enough time to complete everything that you have to on your list, but it can also indicate that some of you are struggling with being motivated, or you feel, you know, lack of energy there. I definitely get a sense here that, especially with the Tower present in your reading, that things have been like, as soon as things start to come together, it's like they start to fall apart. It just feels like it's a never-ending cycle of repeat right now. And some of you may have felt like you're in a humdrum energy where you are in a repetitive cycle of routine, and you may be feeling that you just want to get out there, have fun, you just want to get away. That's the energy that got coming through here, especially since you've got a 4 of Cups. Some of you are feeling like unstimulated or unchallenged, and you're trying to find a little bit more excitement in your everyday. I definitely see that you're looking at things that drain your energy this month and trying to cut those things out. It could be, you know, sometimes you feel like you've been procrastinating. I mean, I'm not pointing a finger here at my beautiful Sagittarians. We all do it sometimes. I actually see that you've been very busy, and I don't see that you had much time for procrastination. So I feel like you are trying to find a healthier way of spending your time when you have some downtime. Okay, so that's definitely coming through there as well. Now, your main overarching energy, we've got the Hierophant. So some of you have had a real test of faith, and you're trying to restore your sense of faith in your path or your goal. Okay, this is a card also of, you know, really trying to find a traditional way of doing something. So some of you may feel you want to be more time efficient. You may want to look at your schedule and try to reconfigure it in some way so that you have more time for you. Also with the Hierophant, I feel like you're trying to learn. You're trying to open yourself up to new knowledge, and you may actually do that by putting yourself on a course of learning. Whether it's online or whether it's in person, I definitely feel that you're trying to be a bit more spiritual as well, or connect to your spiritual gifts this month. Now, this is a running theme that's been happening for pretty much every sign. People are wanting to be a little bit more spiritual this month, or a little bit more connected to their inner higher self. So I definitely see that you're no different there. I also feel some of you may be casting a critical eye on the life that you're living right now, and trying to find space to bring more enjoyment in there, okay? Because I get a sense from your reading, some of you are feeling that life has got a little bit serious, and I feel, you know, you don't tend to do really well with rules and regulations. I mean, you'll abide by them, but I feel you don't like to be stifled by them. So I definitely see that some of you are trying to find a way to express your wonderful, unique ideas and be your wonderful self within a set of parameters that perhaps have been applied for you. For example, you know, you are someone who is very creative, you're very gifted, you're very talented, and if you're in a career environment, you may feel that you have to abide by their way of doing something, even though you may know that there's an easier way to do something, and you may start to like suggest new ideas of how to do something, and it may not be met with a welcoming applause at first, but once it is adopted or applied, people will realize that your way is the better way. Okay, so I definitely feel energy like that coming out as well. Now, the Hierophant can also indicate advice. So some of you may be trying to locate some sort of advice about something, and it may not be readily available to you, so you may have to do a little bit of digging, extra digging this month. So for example, if you are trying to learn how to set up your own business, or you are trying to learn how to relocate your business, or you're trying to find a way to put yourself in a new group of people to extend your friendship circle, or I just get a sense here that some of you may either go into a course of learning, or you may get advice on how to do something. Okay, or you may learn how to do something through a new group of people. Okay, so I'm not sure how that energy is coming out, but it really is, it's a little bit convoluted. I want to actually pull a card on it and see what they're trying to give me there with that. It could be someone's going to give you a piece of advice. Okay, Six of Swords is to move away from difficulty. And the Page of Wands is almost like to rediscover yourself. This is a Sagittarian card here. So it's to be bold, to do something daring. And some of you may not have the knowledge readily available to you, but you're going to discover it in the month of October. And it may come through a third party. I think maybe someone new that you meet, okay? The Six of Swords really means a rite of passage. You've been feeling tested, and you are gaining greater wisdom. This is a card of, even through turbulent times, you're being guided out of those difficulties, and you may have been expected to, it's almost like you may have been conditioned to expect troubles ahead, especially since we've got the Hierophant there, which can be a card of hierarchy. So it's almost like you may be looking at your personal circumstances and navigating a way towards your goals, But you may feel that the world is a very uncertain and changeable place right now, and intuitively you may feel like there's something shifting, like something could be changing that may impact you and your goals. I don't know if that makes sense. It's almost like you're protecting yourself in a position. I definitely see that you're putting yourself in a really good position to weather any changes. Six of Swords also indicates you're being guided. And this could be spiritually guided. You may receive messages this month from your guides or from someone in spirit. They're showing me lots of feathers right now. So I feel like there is someone who has walked before you. This person is from your family lineage, okay? This person, they're an older person, and they are with you. They're sending you signs, symbols, and most importantly, feathers, to let you know of their presence. And you're going to really feel their presence as you get closer to Samhain or Halloween, however you want to call it. They're giving me feathers. They're trying to show me something else, but I can't quite see what it is. I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing a reading, but I really can't understand what that is. I mean, it kind of looks like a coin, but it isn't. So it could be a round disc thing, it could be metal, it could be something. I'm not really sure what it is. So I'm going to take a wild guess and say it looks like a medal or a coin that has something on it. Okay, it doesn't look really like a coin of currency, but I mean it could be. I just can't really see it. It's a bit cloudy right now. So maybe you find this in a very unusual place. So I'm going to step away from the energy. It's very, very precise, but I feel like you've got this. Whatever difficulty you've been going through, I feel like you're being guided out of it. The Page of Wands is to be very adventurous, to explore outside your current circumstances, but also to venture forward with a new idea and to dream boldly, because you're making your dreams become a reality. I definitely get an energy here that you are in the flow of, connecting to your true life's purpose. I feel like you're envisaging new exciting things, and they're becoming a reality on your physical plane. Page of Wands is also to be more inspired. It is to regather your energy, have that vitality, and I feel there's something here about friendships as well. So some of you may travel to be with friends, or you may actually strike up a new friendship with someone who is from overseas. That's definitely coming through here heavily. Or you may even hear of a friend who is overseas, or a friend who wants to relocate overseas, and they strike up communication with you that is constant. So that's coming through there as well. But ultimately, I feel this energy returning. Now we do have the Tower energy. It's showing up for everybody in this exact position. So there are changes, and these are changes that could be readily outside ourselves. So there are influences that are occurring beyond our current circumstances where you may have to be flexible. Okay, so this could be a shock. It could be a surprise, but ultimately, because it's in the resistance position, it does indicate that you are being protected from any difficulty, and that you may even get a hunch before it happens. This card is really about removing yourself from your comfort zone, okay? Breaking down all that is familiar in order to rebuild in a more positive way and a more stable way. So the Tower also indicates that some of you may be feeling a bit stuck, that you've been going round and round in circles in a certain position, and you feel that nothing ever changes. It seems to be the same old thing, just a different day. And you're trying to bring a little bit more spontaneity, or you're trying to shake yourself out of it so you can experience new experiences and not feel so stuck in that repetitive cycle. The Tower can represent like a prison energy, and it really is about being bold, taking a leap of faith to liberate yourself out of that difficulty. Okay, but I'm going to pull one more before I move forward. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful, Two of Pentacles, remain flexible, okay? I feel like finding balance in your world is also important. If you're burning the candle at both ends, I feel like your body will give you a major wake-up call to slow down a little bit, or to get the rest that you need. So just watch out for that as well. Now, also, if you're looking for some new opportunities, I feel like there are I feel like there's one big, one small opportunity coming your way, and you may have to make a decision about this. This could be work-related, but it could also be on a personal level, I feel like you have a big decision to make in the month of October, but you will have the clarity to make the right decision, and I feel like you got this. Intuitively, you know the right decision to make, okay? We do have the Hermit, which is searching for inspiration. So I do feel like you're going to be very productive this month. I feel like you're going to have more energy, but also the Hermit is to slow down, to reflect, and it is to gain enlightenment. But it's covered by the Sun card, which means you will gain enlightenment, you will get the answers that you seek, but also I feel like you're going to have more energy to get out there and, you know, be bold, be daring, and find more adventure and fun and enjoyment in October. And I also feel like you're going to be very proud of the efforts that you're making in October, because I feel like you're doing a really good job. And as you see in the Hermit energy, there is a bear, which represents endurance. So I feel like you are working really hard towards something that will lead to the sun. As you can see, this figure, it's got a star there. It's like the star is out of the lantern, which is really positive, because that indicates, you know, you are embracing new ideas, you are inspired in the month of October, and it's almost like to keep your passions and your fires burning, to keep yourself, you know, excited about what you do. It's hard, okay? Some of you may be doing something over and over and over, and it means that you're a pro at it, but it can become a little bit dull. So I feel like you're trying to either approach something in a new way so that you can remain excited about it, interested in it. And anything that you're not interested in, I definitely see that you're cutting it away because it's been wasting your time. Also, as you can see with the Hermit energy, it's almost like the sun, the shape of the sun is there, but it's missing. It's not there. And it is going to appear for you, because that last card indicates joyful success, opportunities that are going to work out in the most positive ways. This is also a card of an awakening. So some of you are going through a major spiritual awakening, and sometimes that's really difficult. Actually, most of the time, that's really difficult. You're doing a lot of learning about who you are, what you want, what you certainly don't want. And I definitely see this, it's almost like a return to who you once were. I get this energy. Some of you are blossoming into who you're always meant to be. And I feel that things are going to get more positive for you as you move forward. Some of you are also trying to take a vacation, and I feel like destination the sun, okay? Now, your first starting card in the Celtic Cross is the Fool card. So you are searching for fun, enjoyment, and some of you, I feel like you are trying to come out of a comfort zone. Normally in the tower, you see two people launch themselves out of the tower. Actually, one is kind of like falling backwards. They were not expecting the tower, and the other one is falling forwards. They've chosen to take a leap of faith. And I feel like you're the latter. You're the one who has chosen to take a leap of faith in some area of your life to just bring in a little bit more excitement, a little bit more adventure. And I feel some of you are either opening yourselves up to new experiences, new job opportunities. If you're looking for a new job, I definitely see you are, going to be recognized for a new position because you have an incredible mind. You're very gifted and talented, and it's more rewarding than what you had before. Also, some of you have an idea to launch something from home, and you may have sat on this idea for quite some time, but I feel it's going to be very lucrative for you as well, especially since you have a Queen of Pentacles. There's more money available to you in the month of October, so I definitely see a lot of you are working really hard. You may hear about a bonus or some sort of new income that comes your way, or you're even going to sell things online, for example, things that perhaps you've evolved from or outgrown in order to bring in more money. But the Fool card is the start of something new, and anything that we launch is always going to be a risk. We never know whether it's going to be exciting and successful or whether it's going to be really hard work and a failure, okay? And that's the joy of embracing and being confident about your skill set, because I definitely see with the Sun card that you are building your confidence, you're believing in yourself. And even the greatest minds of our time, they didn't start something straight away and it was a success. They launched something. It might not have worked. They had to tweak the plan. They were flexible. They did it again and again until they had their eureka moment. Well, I feel like you have been working really hard, and now is your eureka moment, okay? The Fool card, it's the start of something, and it's going to be very exciting because you're going to recognize that the universe has your back to support you in this endeavor, and it's a new beginning. Now, also, I feel with the Fool card, it's almost like you're promising yourself you want more fun in your life. So some of you may be searching online for events or festivals or opportunities to go out and have fun, or even things that you're interested in, so that you can actually connect to a different kind of energy frequency to change your vibration. So I definitely see that you are doing that, and it's going to be actually quite a fun month for you as you move throughout October as well. I mean, look at that. Ten of Swords is crossing, so something definitely new is happening for you. This could be you cutting something out that perhaps has been holding you back, or perhaps you've got a new way of thinking. You're just more positive this month than you have been because things have been really difficult. Now, don't get me wrong, it's good to be positive, but we're all human, and sometimes the world just chips away at our energy and we just feel low energy, low vibes, and we get a little bit down. Okay, that's the natural order of human behavior. Anyone who says they're happy all the time, they can't be telling the truth, because we have a very fluctuating energy as humans. You know, even if you watch a child, you know, one minute they'll cry and the next minute they're laughing. They just let go of the energy. They let it flow. And as humans, we found it difficult to do that. Okay, we find it harder to move through those emotions, and I feel that you're honoring your emotions and you're allowing yourself to notice when things are hard. What's the trigger? Why are you going through a very testing time, and how can you change circumstances to make sure that it, you know, gets better? So I feel though October is going to be a very, very positive month for you indeed. Now, the Ten of Swords, it can indicate, especially with the Seven of Swords present, I just want to pull a card on it because it can indicate that some of you either feel unsupported, underestimated, or undervalued in your current position. And I feel like you're working really hard to change those circumstances. You may be leaving a position that you feel does not support you or does not value you and everything that you have to offer. And some of you, this could also be a friendship. It could be that you're walking away from someone that you feel just doesn't support you, or I feel like you're responding very differently to difficult circumstances. And this month, I just feel like you've got a different mindset. Some of you may have also been experiencing some sort of brain fog or some sort of scattered energy in your mind. And this may be because there was a hormonal imbalance, or you may have felt that you haven't had the right vitamins. Perhaps you've been having a lot of caffeine or sugar, and it's just been making you feel a little bit like short-circuited for a bit. This is a month where you're going to have a little bit more clarity, okay? So let me just see what's going on there for you. The Magician card, yeah, clarity and focus, especially since we got the King of Swords there, which is about, you know, taking time to think, getting really organized, being focused on the next steps on your journey. But it's also about being really honest with yourself. Is there something that perhaps has been making you feel a little bit like not 100%? It's time to cut it out. You may have had this conversation with yourself many, many times, and you may have tried to cut it out and then relapsed and then cut it out again, etc., etc. I'm picking up that energy because they're showing me when I promise myself, oh no, I'm not going to eat that whole packet of biscuits all by myself, and then I do, and then I, you know, I'm annoyed at myself, and then I promise myself again that I won't, and then I try and stick to it. So I feel this month there's something here, and it doesn't have to be biscuits or sugar or anything. I'm just giving you an example because they're showing me right now, but I feel like you are going to stick to it, whatever it is, okay? Could be a person, could be a situation. Some of you may have been having some sort of toxic experience at a working environment, and you may be putting the feelers out there to find new opportunities to get out there and find more reward in the work that you do. The Magician card, it really does tell me that you're a very talented person and that you're very gifted, but your focus is required this month, okay? So I do feel like you're going to be very busy. I feel like you're going to be in the flow of doing, and I feel like you're going to be very proud of the efforts that you're making as well. You're putting your plans in motion, and there's a magical energy about you this month where you are actually attracting more. You're taking the initiative, and I feel like your skills are required to make this plan happen, and I get a sense it's going to be very successful. Some of you, it could be that you are trying to expand your business. If you're already an entrepreneur, it could be that you're trying to get internationally known for what you do. For some of you, and I definitely see that happening, by the way, for some of you, it could be that you're having an idea to launch something online because the swords are of the air. They're connected to the ether, to the internet, okay? The Magician card can also be that you've been manifesting and thinking about something heavily and it's going to come true for you because thoughts become things, okay? Ultimately, I feel like you're a pro at getting organized. Sometimes you get distracted, but I feel this month you're not going to be distracted. And it could be that you're trying to have a new approach to your life or change your life in some way. And it's going to lead to a much happier place, lots of success. And I feel like you're going to leave the month of October really fulfilled. Now, what is below you? Six of Wands. Some of you are literally stepping into promotions, raises, or new bonuses. Okay, the Six of Wands is to be very successful, to get some great news and achieve your goals, especially since you've got the World card here as well. This means you're very goal oriented and you are attracting a lot of abundance, but you're going to hit your target. Six of Wands also is a card of being seen. So I definitely get this energy for a lot of signs. Maybe October is such a strong energy month because of the eclipses that each sign is getting a very similar energy, which is like everybody wants to get out there, they want to have fun, life has got really serious and it's just feeling a little bit heavy and everybody's just like, okay, I just want to recalibrate my energy and I just want to be more spontaneous and I want to attract all the things I've been working really hard for. Let's focus and let's like move towards that goal and accomplish it. And I definitely see that you're going to do that. The Six of Wands really is about influencing yourself and your situation. It's about transforming your circumstances and not allowing anyone to dull your shine. Also, I get a sense here that you have renewed energy this month and you can influence your circumstances in many, many forms. I feel it's about shining your light, and I feel some of you are literally stepping into the limelight, whether it's in the community, whether it's in your working circumstances, or whether it's in a friendship. The spotlight is on you, and I feel you're going to be appreciated for who you are, what you bring to the table of life and love and, you know, friendship and all areas of life. I feel like, you know, you're going to receive a lot of goodness this month as well. Now, we do have the Ace of Swords. It's in the resistance position. Well, it's in the reverse position, so it's in the past. So I feel like you have made a decision in your mind and you're sticking to it. Also with the Ace of Swords, I feel like you're having a major breakthrough here. You may have noticed a lot of signs about you at the moment. Pay close attention to those signs. They are from your guides telling you, like signposts, which direction to head in. So just, you know, trust your intuition on this. Also, the Ace of Swords indicates you're going to be very cerebral this month. Lots of new ideas, lots of breakthrough moments, lots of aha moments, and lots of epiphanies. And I feel this is a month of huge mental clarity, seeing where you need to go, seeing the next steps, and taking ownership to move towards your destiny and also to move towards more money. I mean, the Four of Wands tells me also there is something to celebrate, but ultimately you're being called to celebrate you this month as well. Ace of Swords, I feel like you're going to be writing lists. You're actually going to be ticking lots of things off your lists. This is a card of responsibility, but it's also a card of achievement, conviction, ideas, taking accountability for your actions and being honest with yourself. So I feel like you've made a decision and now October is the month to put it into practice and it's going to work out for you and you're going to feel really proud of yourself. Also, your words have impact. I feel like you are making an impact in your life and I feel that you are, some of you may be taking an appraisal or you may be giving a presentation. I feel like you're going to find the right words to command respect and to hit a target and be recognized for your skill set and actually be rewarded for it as well. But ultimately, I feel this is about your energy. It's like you're going to have more increased energy and vitality. You're going to feel more inspired. You're actually going to find the words and be clear about what it is you want to express. You are going to feel proud in your endeavors. And I feel like you are in the flow of productivity. So it's a very positive month for you. Now, I do want to have a look at this Seven of Swords because at grassroots, you know, the Seven of Swords can be misunderstood. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there is a golden figure. Well, there's a figure, it's golden background, and anything that's gold or yellow is a positive card. And the figure is taking 5 swords and leaving 2 behind. Okay, so the history of that card is that that figure is taking the swords away from the army because he wants to find a diplomatic alternative way to find a resolution. It's not that he's stealing the swords, okay? So I just want you to be aware of the history of that card. But ultimately, I feel that diplomacy is key for you this month. There may be someone, and I'm not picking up on this energy, but there may be someone who how can I put this? It's like there may be someone who tells you or asks you to do something in a certain way, and then when you do it, it's almost like they backtrack and said, I didn't tell you to do it that way, I said this way. It's almost like they contradict what they said. So try and get stuff in writing this month. It's very important for you to do that, okay? Just so you've got proof. Page of Wands and the Hermit energy. Interesting. So again, withdrawing to recharge your batteries. The Seven of Swords can also indicate some of you are trying to be a little bit more independent in your life, whether that's to move out of your family home, whether it's to launch a new job idea, whether it's to take on a new position and really make it yours, or whether it is to, you know, reestablish yourself within a friendship set. I definitely get an energy here that you are reestablishing your power in your situation. The Seven of Swords, it can also indicate that you march to the beat of your own drum. You do not conform in life. You're independent, you're not a people pleaser, and you're yearning to break free from something. And I definitely picked up that energy in your reading right from the very beginning, this desire to break free. Some of you are feeling a little bit fed up with the way that life is, that it just seems to be a repetitive cycle and you're exhausted. You're searching for inspiration, you want more fun, but I definitely see that you're making changes to make that happen. Now also, I want you to be aware, if you're going traveling, okay, just be really aware of your surroundings, okay? Be really wise about where you're traveling to, because the Seven of Swords, whilst, you know, it is showing up in your reading and, you know, it tends to have a very positive traditional energy from it, sometimes it can be understood as, you know, theft. So I would just be really careful of your circumstances, especially since the Hermit is to be wise. Whilst you're being like exciting and adventurous and being bold, be wise. Okay, so pay close attention to your surroundings, because there is a potential for someone to, you know, it's almost like bamboozle you, talk to you over here, but like, you know, sideswipe your phone or your wallet or something like that. So just watch out for that. That's coming up there a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to move away from that energy. I don't want you to be paranoid. I don't see it anything physical there. I just see that someone could, you know, there's a potential there for someone to just like, you know, swipe something. So just watch out for that, okay? Now we do have the World card. It's in your near circumstances. The World is all about success, completing tasks that you start, you know, finishing what you start, as it were, and, you know, being on target. It's also a card of accomplishment and abundance. So I definitely see that you're in a cycle of attracting more prosperity. Also, it's about things coming full circle. So I feel like you start and you finish and then you're on to the next. And it makes you happy because you're ticking things off your list. The World card also indicates some of you may even contemplate emigrating or really looking at your place in the world and seeing if there's another country out there that perhaps you're yearning to explore. This could be through travel, or it could be that you want to locate there. I definitely get a sense of you looking further afield. Also, the World card is about understanding your role in your universe and the efforts that you're making to make your goals and dreams become a reality. And I feel like you're going to meet a final destination in your goals and your dreams where you suddenly feel very proud of yourself that you did this, you've accomplished this. Also, the World card, it kind of indicates that you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities. So breathe. What is meant for you will never pass you by. And I feel like you've got this, okay? Now, also, we do have... this is your advice to yourself in this moment. The Four of Wands is to go out there and have fun. Okay, this is a card of being very creative. It's a card of celebrating you and taking pleasure in the moment. So important. As human beings, we're always focused on the future. What's to come in the future, so we can prepare for it and work towards it. And also, we get a little bit lost in the past as well, where we think about the shoulda, coulda, woulda conversations, or we think about a time where we felt we were really happy. And it's like, well, what about now? So I really feel this month you're being reminded about the now, okay, the power of now. It's interesting because there is a book called The Power of Now, and they're showing it to me in the water. Some of you may have picked it up and started to read it but left it back down again. I feel like you're being called to take it back up again and read it. Some of you, I'm not here to advertise anybody's product, but it is showing up in the water. I think it's, yeah, it's by Eckhart Tolle. So some of you may feel compelled to read it, or it may call to you in a bookstore. if you're passing one over the next coming weeks as well. The Four of Wands, I feel like you're going to reunite with people that you haven't seen for a while, okay? So I definitely get a sense there that you may reconnect with people that you haven't seen, you haven't talked to for quite some time. Someone may reach out there. It's definitely a friend. It's not a love interest. I just want you to be aware of that. Also, with the Four of Wands, I see that you are wanting to go out and either dance or move or be, you know, in and amongst music, or musicians. If you're a musician, make music. I definitely feel like you're being in sync with who you are and your desires this month. But also, it's about your relationships. I feel like you're cultivating your friendships, your family unit, you know, the people who are in your life at the moment. They're very important to you. And I feel like you are just making sure that you spend time with those people, because they tend to recharge your batteries. Also, the Four of Wands is a time to network if you're in business. I definitely see there's an important connection coming in for you, someone who will give you an incredible piece of information. I think I've already talked about that right at the beginning of your reading. But the Four of Wands is to reach a milestone in something that you're trying to accomplish, okay? It can be different for everybody, but I feel like you're going to get a sign from the universe that you're right on track, that you're on the right path, okay? Now, your external circumstances, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is to multiply your wealth. So I definitely see lots of new ideas for you to increase your finances or step up in your business. Also, the Queen of Pentacles is you have a plan and you are sticking to that plan, and you're not being derailed or distracted from this path. I definitely see that there are more opportunities coming in towards you and people who can help you in whatever position you're in. But ultimately, I feel like you've been tending to a garden, as it were, where you've been doing a lot of weeding, taking out things that perhaps are not good for the plan that you have. You're doing a lot of decluttering in your life. Some of you may even do a little bit of DIY or decluttering around your home space in the month of October to make it a sanctuary. And some of you may even feel like setting up or launching a business from home, because the Queen of Pentacles, you know, that's all about domesticity, and Pentacles are, of course, making money from home. So I definitely see that you are maybe having ideas of how to do that, or if you already do that, you're seeing how you can increase your reach. Now, also, Queen of Pentacles can be that you are making a little bit of money go a long way. So finding better deals, finding discounts so that you don't waste your time and your resources. And also, this is about you wanting to create security for you and your loved ones. And I feel like you're in a really good position to do that. I feel like you're creating a very stable environment for yourself and those you care about. Now, hope and a fear, we've got the Four of Cups. The fear here for a beautiful Sagittarian is you hate being bored. You like to have variety in your life, whether that's, you know, meeting different friends, whether it's connecting to different forms of art, or you know, different experiences in your working environment. You need variety, okay? Because it tends to clip your wings a little bit when you feel a little bit bogged down in the details. Now, also, the Four of Cups indicates some of you are like trying to envisage something new for your life, or you've got a new outlook, or you're changing direction in some way. You're opening yourself up to a new experience so that you can feel fulfilled. And the universe is actually sending you a surprise opportunity, something you're not expecting, but something you will be very excited about as well there. I do feel with the Four of Cups, keep your eyes peeled, okay? Don't think about everything that's perhaps not going your way or has been a struggle. The more positive you are, the more positive things you will attract. I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like you're going to catch yourself being negative so that you can correct your thoughts. And these are thoughts about how you feel about yourself. And I feel that you are gaining confidence in who you are and being comfortable more in your skin than you've ever been before. Now, we've got the Sun card, which of course is about success. It's about warmth. It's about stepping into the light. It's about, you know, coming out the other side if you've been going through a very testing time. Ultimately, there is abundance, success, and reward here for you. But also, I feel this is about enjoying the simple pleasures. She's literally in a bath. Okay, sometimes you need to take stock of what's important. Taking some me time, you know, whether that's having a really long bath, reading a book, getting out into nature, spending good quality time with quality friends, people you really care about, laughing, you know, going to see some art, listening to some music, raising your vibrations. I feel these are the really important things in life that help you realize that things can be sweet, and from that you'll attract more. Remember, you're in your 11th house of hopes and wishes, so I feel like you are manifesting at a very high level this month as well. Ultimately, you're leaving the month on a high, okay, because the Sun card twice indicates there's a lot of personal growth there and a lot of energy, and some of you may literally be seeking the sun or taking a vacation in the sun, especially since you've got the World card there as well that connects to travel. So I definitely see that this is a very positive month for you, and I feel it's like the first quarter, that card, it's almost like the first part of October, there may be some challenges that you will overcome, but ultimately I feel things get simplified and easier at the end of the month. Okay, so I'm just going to go and pull some final cards for you. We've got Elk Nobility. Okay, and it says here, celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you at this moment. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. So that definitely came up as an energy in your reading, and I do feel like you are being guided. They even gave me that in the reading there as well. So look out for that thing that kind of looked like a medal or a coin. I'm not really sure. Lots of feathers as well. And of course, we've got dragonfly magic. There is something magical about this month for you. It says, I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. And you are brilliant and you are blessed. And I definitely see that you'll notice these blessings coming on in, okay? I feel like you worked really hard for them, and I feel it's like a boomerang. It's coming right back to you. Now is your time. Ha! Now, I close my eyes when I get the trinkets. The first one we've got is believe. Okay, believe and receive. I hope you can see that there. I hope it's in clear vision for you. Okay, that's almost like, it's almost like a little dog tag there. It says believe. Okay, so I feel like believe and receive is really important. And as you see, we've got a fan here as well. I think things are going to ramp up for you. I think things are going to get a little bit spicy, a little bit hot. It's not that I don't see love here for you. I do feel that you've been disappointed in love. So if you are looking for love, there may be some trust issues that you have that you're working through, that you're trying to heal. But I do see there is a potential for you to find love. Okay, this person, I feel like you meet them in a group of people where you're having fun. So whether it's at a festival, whether it's an invitation that you're receiving, I definitely see there's a potential for love. But ultimately, the fan is there to cool down a little bit, because I do feel that you've been burning the candle at both ends. Things have got a little bit intense. And I also feel like you're fanning the flames of your passions. Some of you may have felt a little bit unmotivated recently, and I feel like you're just rediscovering your motivation, your drive to really commit to your goals and your dreams again. And my gosh, I close my eyes. I love it. You got the sun rune. It's great. This is victory, clear vision, of course, success, achievement, and rest. Enjoying the spoils of your labor, okay? Also, this rune can connect to the home space. So this is about like happy home life as well. So you're definitely seeking the sun, and you're going to achieve the sun, okay? I will leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Sagittarians. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians. Love and light.